Hello, beautiful soul family. I don't have a lot of time with you today. In fact, I have 10 minutes and 27 seconds to get my message across. Right. So, with that being said, we are warriors and we have been training for this. Wherever you are is where you are right now. So, everything that you've learned, it's now time to use that. It's now time to use everything that you've learned up until this moment. It's time to use that towards your path and your purpose. Maybe you're not where you want to be right now. Maybe there could be multiple situations because I'm feeling I had a hard time even putting this together. I mean, one minute I was like, again, I've been like, the highs and the lows, the highs and the lows, empaths, empaths, I'm out there with you. We are fighting the good fight. I mean, sometimes I think, wow, I'm really interested to know like why I decided to do this because in the last 24 hours, I have been drawn to watch the most peculiar things. And one of them was for a very popular, very famous medium who has books out the whole thing. The second I saw their face, they reminded me of like the villain from the old movies that had like the smarmy mustache that was like, meh, 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 like I'm gonna throw throw the lady on the railroad tracks to get run over. Um, it's no accident the way that the eclipse season has shifted. It's no accident. It was literally meant to happen this way so that right now, while we are in the thick of it, in the shadow, the very, very thick, ooey gooey, gross part of it, which will happen until the first week in October. And as we know, we're always in these kind of like shadows before, during, and after. So they really last about 9 weeks. And so we've been in this shadow for 9 weeks, and I've been watching it in myself, in my partner, in my friends, my family, just like, you know, you guys, like, just like in general, you know what I mean? Like anyone watching this, just the planet, like I've just been like watching it play out before me, and it's been quite something. So I was drawn to this person's channel and I just felt such bullshit. I felt such bullshit. It reminded me of when I was brought into the energy of Ramtha. And though I thought it was beautiful and though they were preaching really beautiful, wonderful things, I was like, I could not help but call bullshit like 7,000 times. And it was really, really hard to deal with because so many people that I knew and loved that were super intelligent were big followers of Ramtha. So I'm drawn to this medium. I'm drawn to this thing, and they've got all these things about the election. And I'm like, oh, that's so interesting. I talked to you guys about it on here, and it has come through in some of the readings just because some of you are meant to be here to, fight the good fight during this. But I just found a bunch of very negative. It was just bizarre. It was bizarre. It was bizarre. There was like all this, like, light and love, like kind of stuff. And then there was like this, I'm sorry to say, but a lot of Trump supporters where I was like, I'm sorry that you do not see or understand. Like, I love him and I love them. Like, I know they're playing their part right now. I'm not angry about it. I get frustrated when I see people who are like saying things. It's like when I was growing up in church and I would hear this or hear that, but then I would see this and I would see that. And I was just like, I just saw the bullshit. And I think there are a very small, percentage of us on the planet that are the real truth seers, because if I were to like believe, if I were brand new and like went to this person's, channel and was reading the feed, which I don't always get drawn to do that, but when I do, it's like I'm in it. Then this morning I woke up and I laughed and I was like, man, I was like really in my third dimensional like shadow. But at the same time, I was like, because I was like, I should delete that. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, what was I doing? What was I doing there? But then I went back and then I saw other things. And then I was like, no, I was there to be somebody to step in and say, listen, right, to the song here in my heart, right? I was just like, come on. I mean, the fakery and the fuckery is so on display. It's so on display. And to see somebody writing this whole thing and being like, I'm so spiritual, and seeing their channel, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then like seeing these other people who are like, I'm super spiritual and I'm a medium and Now, I have told you this a gazillion times. We can all do what I do. It's just that, like, there are some of us that, we've been like doing this through lifetimes to help, so that we could prepare for this fucking transition for the collective. So it's really easy to want to, like, jump in on the banter and be like, fuck you. And what are you talking about? I'm like, the only thing I said was, this guy was like, he said something about God bless Trump, and then, and God bless the girl who's running for president. And I'm like, what's it do? And I just saw my divine feminine was like, that's it. Like, enough. I'm like, this isn't just a girl. First of all, she's a woman. Second of all, I'm like, this is somebody who went through law school. And I mean, it's like, I just know, like, from my own personal experience, that there are certain paths that people take that are much fucking harder. They're just harder, period. And I swear Spirit had me go back to college so that I could. And when it got to a point where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I just remember my family being like, you're so close. You're so close. You never finish anything. And I was like, yeah, but I'm fucking done, man. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to move forward. I don't care about the computer side of my world that I'm studying for. I'm like, I'm not going to spend any more money. I don't need a degree. And I will tell people that, like, I'm like, I'm a fashion designer. It's not like I fucking stopped in medical school. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm just not going to graduate, but I'm going to go, I didn't actually take surgery, but I'm going to be a surgeon. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that. I was just like, I got to a point where I was like, no, I don't need this anymore. I've gotten as much as I need. I don't need to prove anything to you. I don't need to prove anything to myself. My one professor was like in tears, was just like, oh my God, you're so amazing. And I'm like, yeah, I am. So I'm going to go take my amazing and I'm going to go fucking do it somewhere else. So long story short, getting back to this, I just lost my noodle because I said that. I said, she's a woman. And then I said, also, she's the vice president of your country right now. I'm like, show her some respect. And I'm like, and show women some respect. And that is what's happening right now. So the divine feminine, it is going to get ugly. So if you need to, put on your boxing gloves and get out there, you got to do what you have to do. Yes, we are meant to hold space and be strong and send them love and mean it. Cause I do mean it. Cause I really do mean it. I used to love Trump. I loved his show. I thought he was fucking hilarious. I thought he was very wise. There were a lot of things about him that but there were also things about him that I always thought were smarmy and weird. And he always gave me the creeps. I'm sorry. Like, in terms of, like, because I grew up in Chicago in the south suburbs, but the south side basically, and went to work downtown. And then I moved to Los Angeles and was in that world. And I could have slept my way to the top. I could. When people say that Kamala slept her way to the top, it makes me want to puke my fucking guts out. I cannot take any more. I cannot. So I feel right now that in the shadow, the reason why this is happening now is that because by the time people start to wake up and illuminate, the election will happen. By that time in November, we're going to be in a nice little sweet spot. Now, I'm not an astrologer, but and some astrologers might come back and be like, oh, Lula, no, like, dude, it's going to be a shit show. But I trust Spirit, I trust myself, and I trust you, and I trust humanity. I trust love. That's the thing, is that I trust love. And as an empath, I'm like, I cannot, if I feel bullshit, I am a bullshit barometer. That's part of my job. And it's been fucking hard my whole life on this planet to, like, and the truth always comes out. The truth always comes out. So just wait, just wait, just wait. Elevate your vibration as high as you can. Get off social media. But if you're called to it, be the soldier when you need to be one. But, watch happy movies. I've been living in fucking Christmas land. I've been living in happy Halloween land. I've just been like, yay, the holidays. I'm so, like, it's okay to stay oblivious. Just don't stay oblivious to your life and to the world around you, because that isn't going to work and that's not going to help. You need to have your surroundings be a place that's so fucking awesome. Like, I may not love where I'm at, whatever, but I made my inside awesome and cozy and cool. And everywhere I look, it's me. So make sure, I don't have much time left. So make sure right now, whatever you're putting out into the universe, whatever you're doing, whatever's happening, please come with love. And if you want to be like, take a minute, take a breath. Don't react. Don't do the knee-jerk reaction. That's an old energy. That's an old programming. Take a minute, take a beat, take a breath. Spirit's been saying this to us for a long time. I have to be a little harsh right now because that's my job, but I'm going to love you anyway. I'm going to keep sending you love, sending you love, sending you love. And please do the same for yourself and everything and everyone around you. Stay off the internet. And if you're going to go there, go in the light as much as possible. All right, that's all I got for you today. Ooh, when I looked down, it was 10:13. That's right, because it's almost October, baby. We're going to have so much fun. All right, I love you guys. Till next time, take good care of yourselves and each other.